I'll just wait for people to gather. Let them know what happened. We've got 2 people. Yeah, the police told us to shut down straight away. They were really heavy.
Oh, I thought you were going to wait.
Okay. And they asked us for ID. So Jack had to go back to the van for ID. So I guess that's that. They don't want us doing what we're doing anymore. They told us to leave. Would you like to add anything to that?
No, they just told her to leave Sophia, yeah.
So-
And of course, we're gonna smack a little with the van. And we didn't get even a ticket or nothing, of course, because they can do nothing.
No, they just wanted to check our ID. They didn't want me filming. They shut me down straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll hold it because you can lean across it. Okay, so we set up. We were sort of immediately we had people around us, and you know we were just talking around. I was talking to 2 guys for 15 minutes or so, and then a police car pulled up. 2 guys, basically, I mean they were belligerent from the offset. You know, they were like Starsky and Hutch almost.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So they came up, and obviously they didn't speak English. We didn't speak Bulgarian, and the guy was like, the older guy. He was obviously the senior cop. He was like, no, this down now, and like saying what we couldn't explain ourselves. Guy said, documents. And one of the guys that was standing with us, the one I was actually talking to, started translating for us. So I tried to actually engage with the cop, and the guy who I was talking to basically said, no, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another guy was an older guy stood near us, and we, because it looked like we weren't going to do as the cop says. And this guy said, no, it's the police, you must obey.
Yeah.
So it looks like these police almost like terrorize the people.
Yeah.
Terrorized, yeah.
Yeah.
Terrorized.
And we got the sense of it because when we came through the border this morning, I think, what was it, 3 lots of police we ended up having to deal with?
We hand over the passports 4 times. No, 5 times.
5 times, okay.
5 times.
Yeah, so it was like...
Cross the board and then...
And we said at the time, it's like a police state.
Yeah.
So the cop, he kept insisting documents, and then because he wasn't getting any joy really, he said, "All right, take this down." Yeah. So we took it down. The guy, one of the woman cop, sort of basically leapt on Lisa and said, it was a guy first, wasn't it?
It was a guy
So-
to begin with. He pushed the phone out my hand.
Yeah. So stop filming. No filming. Yeah.
So he was telling me to put it down. I put it down, but it wasn't enough that I just put it down.
Yeah.
He wanted it right down on the floor and nowhere near him. And then people in the chat were trying to say to me to film him. I tried to for a second, and straight away he just like threw it, smashed it.
And this guy who is passing through, you must tell it, who's just looking and the policeman, this
Right.
arrogant go.
Yeah. So even people weren't even allowed to actually look at what we were doing because it was.
He was
obviously-
showing you with hands that
Yeah.
he just look,
Mhm.
nothing else.
Yeah, just looking, but that's too much for these cops.
Yeah.
So essentially, what happened was they said, we started packing up. The cop basically, after we packed everything away, he said, "Stop."
Yeah.
All right, okay. So we just stood around for a little while.
Okay, I pulled him. I think because I told him immediately that we are not the criminals, that we are lovely people.
I know, but before that,
Maybe.
Jack, I mean,
Okay.
before that, you started muttering, in Serbian or something, and it was fairly obvious that you weren't wishing his mother well, right? It was obvious, so yeah, they were kind of responding to that as well. But anyway, So eventually they said, you know, okay, we want to see your documents. He said, no, they're in the car. And he said, where's the car? Thinking it's like just round the corner. He said, like, it's about half a mile away that way. So basically, you know, we sent Jack back to go get the document, the passports and stuff. And you know, they stood around with you know, once they got the passports back, they stood around for about 15-20 minutes, just standing around, chatting, having a laugh, and then finally they gave the passports back and said, you know, it's just.
And said, don't come back.
Don't come back, get out.
Yeah.
So you know, normally when we come across police, we feel we can have a dialogue with them. And actually, you know, discuss the law or discuss, you know, what we're doing, that sort of thing. There was no chance of that today.
Because we didn't understand.
They didn't understand, and they didn't want to understand. That was the thing that came across more to me.
Because the guy
Yeah.
know English when we go to the van
Mhm.
with him, you know, we talked in English.
Oh, okay.
I asked him immediately, do you speak English? He says, yeah, a little. But he understands all when I explain to him the NASA fake pictures and that
Right.
kind of stuff, and little hubble bubble and that stuff, you know, so he
Okay.
understands.
So,
Yeah, the police woman came up to me after I'd filmed, and she was searching through the whole phone to make sure we didn't have any pictures of them or videos so that we could delete them. But they couldn't find it anyway because it was live streamed and it wasn't saved, and they didn't realise it was live streamed. So
Yeah, awesome.
I just thought it was pictures. So there was 4 pictures of you know, the scenery that they looked at and said, okay, it's okay. But that was it really. The point is that you know, personally, I've seen these police before, this type of police before. It's even if we decided that we'd just go around and hand out you know, leaflets, it would be like we were challenging this guy's authority, and you know, it would be, you know, escalated. So you know, better part of valor, I think. You know, if it would cut and run. So that's it.
Do 2 circles around the town and then go.
Yeah,
with the
that's pretty much it. So.
Bye bye, because it's still flat.
Okay. So yeah, we'll probably do a daily update later on, and maybe I don't think we can go into any more detail, but that's pretty much it. All
Maybe
right.
in Greece.
Okay. So yeah, later.
Bye bye.